let's say, not only linguistics, but Sanskrit literature or Sanskrit philosophy or Sanskrit theology, what is the most astounding emotion? How is it described? The most astounding emotion. I've mentioned it hundreds of times, of course. It's called chamatkar, amazing, vishmaya, yoga, bhumika. One of the most famous statements, vishmaya. Look it up today. Vishmaya, yoga, bhumika. How astounding are the platforms of yoga? Because bhumika means platform, huh? And it's astounding. That's why if we stay under the modes, there's a big difference between events in Tamagun and events in Rajagun and events in Sattva. Completely different. In Sattva, you relax, you have time, you read poetry, you listen to music. In Tamagun, you hang over and you go to sleep. And in Rajas, what do you do? Maybe you don't know, but you might have read a few novels. Always busy, Just always busy. You have no time. So this is not good. So Sattva is good, but then, and so many differences, just amazing difference. And then we move to Shuddha Sattva. That means the spiritual world, And it begins, as Prabhupada points out many times, with Brahman realization. It begins with bliss. If there's no bliss, you won't go there. Because in bhakti, sometimes there's no bliss. You're separated from Krishna for 36 years. So how can this be bliss? Supposedly bliss. So Shuddha Sattva, this is where we wish to enter above the modes. And this is chamatkar. That is amazing. And that's why also the experience of self-realization is very difficult to enunciate. What can you say? It's amazing. So many things. So here we are. I think we are on number 20. Very good. Bhushana Yojinam, decorating with jewelry. Yeah. Then, very interesting. I want to make a comment on 21. Ayendra Jalam, jugglery. So remember my god brother, Ayendra. I knew him very well. I met him just before he exploded in his room, which was hard to believe. But the musician in Vrindavan, he was an astonishing musician, Ayendra. And he knew, and so what does Ayendra mean again? I just read it. If anybody paid attention. Juggle, to juggle. So he knew how to juggle music, because music is all about juggling. If you notice today, how I play the harmonium, very different from most, because I learned to play the harmonium when I was 10 years old in the Netherlands, and with a stand-up harmonium, like a church organ style. You press with your feet, and you play with two hands. So we always play 3, 4, 5, 6 notes, 7, 8 notes at the same time. You must have noticed I play different notes. So juggling, music is just juggling your steps between different notes and creating different rasas, of course, because the rasa depends completely on the scale, isn't it? Rasa depends on scale. This is why also we have certain ragas we can only play in the morning because it evokes a certain kind of sentiment, and other ragas that we can play only at night, because if you play the evening raga in the morning, then everybody's bewildered. But they think maybe they should have a love affair, or they should go to sleep rather than going to work. So, because raga produces emotions according to time, place, and person. That is the point.